Once again, thank you for watching the Sewing Doctor. This time I have a Singer Futura Quintet. This machine, it's here because the machine is giving an error 1, error 3, error 5, different errors it's giving me every time I try to sew on it. When I sew it, make 1 or 2 stitches and stop beep, 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 giving an error message. Now I'm gonna go inside, open it up and see what's happening. I will explain you later if it is something that you could do or it's something you have to bring it to the Sewing Doctor or any other machine shop. Eric, here I'm working. This is a Singer Futura Quintet. This is an electronic machine. As you can see, everything is electronic right here. The machine is very, very tight. So, I mean, it's fine. The tips that I gave you guys is for you to try it on the machines. But when you see something that's complicated, it's better not to continue. If you go in there and you see the machine doesn't respond to what you're trying to do, just stop and say, you know what, let me take it to the tech department. This is how much I'm gonna go. And from that, if you can't get it done, just bring it over to a tech department. Right now, this machine came in here, the customer brought it in because the machine is giving an error on the actually screen board right here. It's just because the machine is very, very tight. There's nothing wrong with the electronic part of the machine. The machine is very tight. But what happened is, once they take off, all the screws on the back cover, side cover, all gone. There's no screws anymore. So, the customer brought the machine. Oh, the machine is giving an error. When I go and open up the machine, I see everything inside is being disconnected. Everything inside is missing. So now it's going to be even harder for me to get your machine up and running because, the way you brought it in, I don't know if you have damaged something already, So I recommend when you guys look at my videos, I give you when it's something basics, I would say do this and do that. But if it's something complicated, it's better not to do it because then you make it worse for us as a tech. Not all the machines are easy to do, especially a machine like this. Look how many wires, how many cords. And all these cords that you see here on the wire, and they doing a specific job. And when you disconnect it and take it off, you might damage a control box, you might damage a plug. So please, I give you tips on how to adjust some things, but most of the times, if I don't say you how to do it, better take it to a tech department. It provide those with a better way to get your machine up and running. I'm gonna go inside and see, what's happening, but I'm sure that this machine was either taken to another place or maybe the own person who wants the machine try to fix it. Give me some time, so let me go inside and check the machine. I will get back to you later. Thank you. This is the Singer that I've been working on. Like I said, this machine was given an error message. As soon as you start stitching the first stitch, it will make you an error message. Now, like I said before, unfortunately sometimes, and I understand, sometimes you're frustrated because you need to get a job done and you can't get the machine to work. But this machine right now, the main shaft got greasy in here that got dried and it stopped the machine from working. So now if I try to go, it's going free. It's getting an error message, I'm sure, because it doesn't have that cover here. So it's a sensor that you need to put the cover in there. But once I put the cover back in there, everything will be fine. But this was completely jammed up. The main shaft right here was completely jammed up. This main gear with the shaft was jammed. So it couldn't turn. The machine was trying to, but couldn't turn. It was very, very tight. As you can see now, it's moving free. It's giving me that beep, beep, beep. But it's because should be one of the sensors is not covering somewhere, and that's why it's giving me that. But once I put all the covers back together, it should be fine. But like I said, sometimes I do understand customer gets frustrated, but when it's something major like that and you cannot see what it is, please just bring the machine here or bring it to any tech, make sure it's a certified tech and the machine will be fine. Like you see now, when I put everything back together, the machine should be running 100%. Singer Futura Quintet. This is an embroidery machine. As you can see now, everything's working beautiful. Look at this. The stitches are working correctly. Any stitch that I select, now the machine is making it. Very, very good. No problem. Very quiet. Very nice. As I mentioned before, this is the machine that was very, very tight. And because it was tight, it was giving me an error message here. So when you're working on a machine and you see the machine is giving you an error message, see if your hand wheel is completely loose. If it is tight, it's not going to work. So exactly what happened here, the main gear with the shaft was completely jammed up and it couldn't turn. So I had to take it out, clean and put it back together. So anytime you have an error message for one of these electronic machines, make sure that the machine is running 100% completely free. That's the first thing you want to do. before you take it apart like this customer did or somebody else did and try to get the machine up and running. It was nothing electronic damage, it was just that gear that was completely jammed up. Once again, that's how in the actor the machine is 100% perfectly working fine. Like I said before, I repeat it again because it's very important. When you're working on a machine and the machine is electronic, the machine gets tight, it will give you an error message. The motor is understanding that it's working very, very strong. It's working hard to make the machine turn, and that's why it happens on this machine. The main shaft gear was completely jammed up with the grease. The grease dried out on it and got very tight and it couldn't move. So everything is back to work 100% like I show you the videos now. I just show you the sample. The machine is working perfectly fine, nothing electronic damage. Thank you for watching again, the Sewing Doctor from New York. Thank you, bye-bye.